Uvalde Radio just had some AC/DC Back in Black to kind of get you warmed up, kind of get you in the mood, the mindset for my next guest here. Talking to Mike from the AC/DC tribute Back in Black. What's going on?
Hey, thank you.
Man. So you are in an AC/DC tribute band called Back in Black out of like the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I want to say we go way back. You know, I used to work at the Eagle in Dallas for a lot of years. And I saw you guys a lot back in the day. And man, you guys are just kicking butt, man, going strong after all these years. Huge,
Thank
man.
you so much, yeah. It's going to be 20 years this January, Robert.
That is
crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it, man? That's insane. So let's go back since it's 20 years of Back in Black, a tribute to AC/DC. What gave you? And you've been there the whole time, right? You're one of the founding members.
Yes, I'm the guy.
So what was the inspiration to start an AC/DC cover band?
Well, I've been in bands all my life, you know, and the music business is so frustrating. You know, I did the top 40 stuff in college, and I moved out to LA, and we played all the clubs out there, and that's where I met Darren, our singer. And, you know, if we were lucky, we had, 10 people show up, and, 7 of them were family or girlfriends.
Right, yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, it's really hard. So when I was relocated out to Dallas, I missed playing, and I thought, you know what? I love playing guitar. I love AC/DC. I remember that Darren could sing those songs, and I thought, I'm just going to do it once a month and just have some fun. That'll be my bowling night or my night out to play cards with the guys.
Yeah.
And so I would fly Darren in, and I grabbed a couple of local musicians, and we started playing around town, and then the stupid thing just exploded on us.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, like I said, I'm from the Dallas area, but was in the rock scene, and I want to say, outside of maybe like Hard Night's Day or whatever they're called, the Beatles tribute, I mean, you guys are probably the most popular tribute act out of the DFW area, and you certainly are the guys that spearheaded that whole tribute, because now in DFW, tribute acts are a dime a dozen. I mean, you'd have to probably agree with that, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of the most populated areas for tribute acts now. It's crazy. And we were one of the first acts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So cool. So you started off as kind of just, for grins, get together with your buddies. You're doing it monthly. Then all of a sudden, I mean, it's pretty much turned into a full-time gig, a lifestyle, right?
It's how I make my living now, and I'm so proud to say that. And, but at the beginning, Darren and I, when he would fly out, he would stay with me. And instead of just sitting around, we'd buy bootleg videos. This was before YouTube,
Yeah.
And we'd study these videos of AC/DC because, we just wanted to deliver, something fun, And at the beginning, I agreed to, put on the schoolboy outfit, and I can't tell you how silly I felt at first wearing it. Now it's like part of my everyday clothing. But we wanted to really give the audience, the next best thing. And so we'd study these tapes, and we try to learn like a new move for every show. And we did that for like the first 8 years of the band, and it really paid off.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys are, what I like to say is, and I think most people agree that see you guys, you're actually better than, the current incarnation of AC/DC, and you probably have been for the last several years, many years. And no diss to AC/DC. I'm just saying you guys are younger. You probably practice more often, and you take it real seriously. So, you guys are easily the biggest and best tribute to AC/DC in America, if not the world. Now, let's talk about this. Now, you play the Angus part, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
So you're the schoolboy rocking the lead guitar. Give us, and you mentioned Darren. He's the lead singer. And he does both the Bon Scott and the Brian Johnson, and he does them both excellently. Give us the rest of the band.
I've got Ken Scumo. He's playing drums now. He's been with the band now about 10 years. Amazing player. He's a hard hitter. He's got the rhythm and timing of oh my gosh, I can't remember the drummer's name of AC/DC right now. But he's got his rhythm and timing. He's the guy in jail, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And then I've got Sheldon Conrad playing bass, and Ramiro Noriega playing the Malcolm part. And it's the best lineup I've ever had in this band in the 20 years. These guys are the most talented, dedicated musicians. You guys are going to see the greatest version of the band we've ever had.
Well, right on, and I've seen some really good ones in yesteryear, so excited. Well, let's talk about the show. It is coming up this Friday night at the Palomino Fest, which is our annual, just big, mostly Tejano groups. We throw some rock and roll on there on Friday nights, but man, it's going to be a fantastic show at Uvalde County Fairplex. Back in Black, a tribute to AC/DC, will headline Friday night. Before that, we got a local cover band called Surge. We got a band out of Southwest Texas called Blevins Band as well, too, and then another band out of Del Rio that I don't even want to try to pronounce their name, but it's a cool rock and roll lineup. Of course, the big cherry on top is going to be you guys doing a set of AC/DC songs. Now, I pretty much know the answer to this, but for those who have never seen Back in Black, give us kind of a quick rundown, a description of what you guys deliver on stage.
Okay, and first let me apologize to Phil Rudd. He's the drummer of AC/DC, and I knew that.
There you go. All right.
Doing an interview. One quick thing, may I take a detour?
Sure, yeah.
2 years ago, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but AC/DC called my phone at home and asked me to bring Darren out to audition to be the singer for the band. And this is when Brian Johnson was losing his hearing, and They were in the middle of a tour. So Darren and I flew out to Atlanta a couple days after that phone call, and he auditioned for the real AC/DC, and they absolutely loved him. We thought it was just going to be a few songs, but it turned out to be about a 5-6 hour audition.
Wow.
And it was amazing to meet the guys. I got to hang out with Angus, met his wife, all the guys in the band. But unfortunately, they already had Axl Rose in their pocket. And they had approximately 20 shows left on the tour, and 10 of them were in Europe. And they were huge stadiums, like the Dallas Cowboy Stadium here in Dallas, which holds like 100,000 plus. And those tickets were sold. So even though the band loved Darren, they thought the best business decision was to bring in Axl with his name, and that would keep the butts in the seats,
So do you think that might pan out to something in the future? And tell me this, Mike, what are you going to do if Darren, bails to join the real AC/DC?
Well, we have such a great relationship. I made him sign a napkin saying that I would be his manager, so I get to go along for the ride and make some money as well.
You get a point or two, right?
And then after he's done with AC/DC and he's singing in my band Back in Black, are we still a tribute band, or because I have the lead singer of AC/DC in my band now?
That is right. Oh, it's wonderful. You got it all planned out, my man. I love that silver lining. But yeah, you guys are insane, and Darren is phenomenal, man. He just puts on a heck of a show. What was it? Did you get an idea as to what that association was when you got the phone call? How had they heard about you guys? Just on your own recognizance from just being a premier AC/DC tribute, or was there a connection in there before that?
Well, it was a combination of both. They had done some research, and they were aware of us, which was an amazing compliment. But I have a great connection with Live Nation, and I had heard they were possibly auditioning singers, and my Live Nation connection the list. But the greatest compliment, Robert, was when we were hanging out with the guys. I never thought AC/DC would ever know about us or care about a stupid tribute band in Dallas. But it turns out they had been aware of us for a long time. They consider us, like you said, one of the top bands. They see us as a marketing vehicle for their band as well, because we do such a great job. And they said, please continue what you're doing. We consider you guys part of our AC/DC family. If you ever want to come see a show, you never need anything, give us a call. And it was one of the best moments we ever had in this band.
Well, let me say this. Let me make this observation, because that is, I believe, absolutely true. To a certain extent, a tribute act like yourselves is, in a lot of same ways, the same as just continued airplay on the radio. It's like the fact that you guys are out there doing the live experience is going to turn on new fans left and right to people. And let's face it. AC/DC is huge, worldwide known band, but not everybody knows who they are. And there's always kids growing up learning rock and roll. And seeing you guys, my daughter who's 13 will be able to see you guys for the first time this weekend. You know what? I'm sure it's going to get her all excited about seeing the real AC/DC one day too, right? So yeah, I think that's wise on their part to recognize that and not, feel like there's some kind of, I don't know, like you guys are stepping on their toes in any way. So yeah,
because that happens. There's some acts out there, they don't appreciate the tribute scene, but these guys embrace it. They see what it's worth, and they embrace the bands that do them justice, you know. And unfortunately, in the tribute band scene, you know, you get what we call Uncle Bob and his drinking buddies that form a band, and they just go up there and they call themselves, you know, a tribute act. But man, there's some incredible tribute acts where, you know, it's like seeing the same thing. You know, there's some Queen acts and Zeppelin bands out there. You know, those are bands we'll never see, but these guys do the next best thing, and I think it's just it's a great addition to the musical scene. You know, it's fun. It's just fun. You know.
Well, again, let's get back to the live show, because you guys do you know the catalog, you know, backwards and forwards. You have a heck of a stage production. You're wearing the I guess you could say the costumes. You know, you got the stuff on. But yeah, give us like I said, tell us a little bit about what we can expect for the live show.
Absolutely. Well, our secret weapon is Darren, and what we can deliver is both the Brian Johnson hits, and then he's going to step off stage, and then he's going to morph into Bon Scott, the original singer for AC/DC.
Wow.
So we're going to hit you with both of those singers. And one thing I never really liked about AC/DC is when Brian would go back and sing the older Bon Scott material. I love Bon's voice, and that's one a check in our column, so we can deliver both those eras. And we're going to give that to your crowd when we come down there, and we can't wait.
Well, you know, what an observation also is that, you know, Darren, he transforms. I mean, he doesn't just pull off the music, the vocal stylings, perfectly, but the mannerisms, you know what I mean, and just it's uncanny, right?
He does the Bon Scott bad dancing just like he used to do. That guy was the worst dancer on stage, and it it was hard to play at first because he does it so well. And, I mean, sometimes I look at him, I'm like, holy cow, I'm on the stage with Bon Scott. He does it that well.
Well, it's going to be a great show. For those who've never seen, just give us. I mean, we all know the AC/DC hits, but name me off a few titles we might be able to expect at the show Friday night.
Well, we always play the hits, so get ready. We're going to hit you with Back in Black, Hell's Bells, Thunderstruck, Shook Me All Night Long, For Those About to Rock. And then with the Bond, we're going to hit you with Highway to Hell, TNT, Whole Lot of Rosie, Dirty Deeds. And then we're going to go into some deeper cuts for all the true fans. And that's where we're going to surprise you. So be ready.
Well, right on, man. Again, we've been talking to Mike here from Back in Black, a tribute to AC/DC, playing Palomino Fest this Friday night at the Uvalde County Fairplex. You can buy your tickets online at palominofest.com, and keep on listening to the Uvalde radio here to get some free tickets. But let's talk about this, because you guys do have an original music band, and I'd like to play that record if you guys are okay with that.
Oh, Robert, you're making my day. It's something we're very proud of. You know, we love Back in Black, but, you know, Darren and I started out back in 1989 we met, and we were writing songs ever since then. We've never stopped. And we've wrote probably over 1,000 songs, and it's our passion. And we thought, let's put out a professional record. And we released it this January, and we're so proud of it. Folks, it sounds like a late 70s AC/DC record, and I guarantee you take that record home and crank it up, you will enjoy it. So thank you so much for playing the record.
Yeah.
It's called Stripwired.
Yeah, the band is called Stripwired, and what song are we going to play here?
We're going to play our hit single. It's called Another Shot.
All right. Well, give me the background on this particular song, on how you guys came up with it, and if there's any kind of, I don't know, meaning or whatever you want to touch on.
Well, it's one of those stories where we had the album completed, and I always heard how bands, they have an album done, and then the producer comes in and says, "Hey, we need one more song." So I kind of did that exercise on myself, and we came up with this great riff. And back when we wrote this song, Darren liked his whiskey, and he wanted to write a drinking song. So it's a great drinking song.
Well, hey, you know what? Since you brought up whiskey, let me do one quick rock and roll question before we get into the record. Life on the road, man. You guys have gone a lot of places. Give me some of the highlights as to where Back in Black has taken you guys.
Oh, good question. I appreciate that. Well, we've been fortunate. We played Hawaii like a half a dozen times, which was incredible. We played and headlined the Calgary Saddle Dome, which is an amazing venue. That's home of the Calgary Flames. Mm-hmm. And that was incredible. Back in the day, we played the Fort Worth Rail Market. We opened up for Cheap Trick for one of the radio stations back then, The Bone.
Yeah.
And we played the 36,000 people, which was crazy. So, man, there's just too many to count. It's Robert. I still can't believe it. This band has been wonderful. And we're going to go another 20 years, easy.
Well, right on. Before we play the record, man, where can we find more out about you guys? I'm sure you got a website, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Yeah, thanks. We're at backinblack.info. We'll have all information about the AC/DC tribute. And stripwired.com will have all our information about original band. We have 3 videos that we released. You can watch them on the site as well.
Talking to Mike here from Back in Black and Stripwired. We're going to do his original record here. This is Stripwired. It's Uvalde Radio. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys Friday.